Thinking and knowing things. West side. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Chosen. How are you doing today? I hope I find you in the best of spirits and lifted up. Okay. Now, I titled this podcast Trickster for Kids. Declare the victory. Okay. Let me tell you something. You have to expect the unexpected because when you do that, then you ready before you leave, before you even get out your bed, basically, just pray. I always say I'm blessed. I thank God for another day. And then I'm on my way. You know, the enemy coming at us, y'all. Everything that's happening right now in the world is spiritual. It's a spiritual battle, what we going through. Okay. Now the enemy will use your weakest points, but after a while, you become strong to those struggles. You know what I'm saying? You do. You get numb sometimes to a situation around you. But when you become numb, the enemy comes at you to see if he can, boom, get those senses going again, get you up and riled up to lose things. The main thing he after is your life, you know? Innocent life. He after people who won't change in life. It gets hard. But you gotta toughen up. The enemy attacking us all over the world. Right now, California on fire. Right now, just ordinary people are going through some struggles and battles. Just ordinary people. We ordinary. I look at myself and I say I'm ordinary. But when I look at my life, it's extraordinary. And I know there's a calling on my life. There's a calling on your life too. If you live in an easy peasy life, better check it. Because there's a undertaste to that easy peasiness that's going on. Okay? He everywhere. Everywhere. And since I started this podcast, he's been really coming. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna give up on this, but I can't. Struggles, they really don't mean much to me because I probably said this to you before, but I've never been a kid. Never. Because when I was a kid and I was supposed to be living like a kid, I had to woman up and take care of myself and my brothers and my sister. And those were things I had to do because we wouldn't have things. Now, you may see people and you tell your truth, but your truth could be painful to other people. If they were there in your life and they hear your truth coming from you as an adult, remembering in your mind as a child your struggles. Right now, today, there are people being bullied, people being dragged, people being harmed on the low, but it comes out in the open. The key to life, no one has that key. When you live your life, you living your life for you because life is a self program. Whatever it is that you are facing, what you're going through, just know that God bigger than that. And if you got that experience of struggle, you bigger than that. Okay? Just this morning, when I woke up, immediately I'm always being attacked. Some people find that funny because they're living an easy peasy life. Life isn't funny, it's real and it's serious. Life is also what you make it. So if you making your life doing the best that you can, keep doing that. Stay prayed up too. You don't have to be a perfect person. You're not. And no one is. But you're not. Once you realize that, it's all good. You wonder why the enemy trying to stop you so hard. You wondering why he egging at you. It's a spiritual battle. When I wake up sometimes, I'm like, as I go throughout my day, and the enemy throw you little tricks. But see, now I expect things from him. I expect him when I'm going out to handle my business. If he catch you off guard, you'll be in the county eating cold grits, mystery meat, and powdered eggs. If he catch you off guard, you got to expect the unexpected. Now, I'm not telling you to have a magnifying glass for bad things. Okay? Hard times. That's a better way to put it. We all going to have trials and tribulations. It's written. It's not written that God going to whip you. It is written that we all are going to have trials and tribulations. And we will have principalities in high places. It's written. If you have lived your life this way and it wasn't so well, now you want to be okay with life, go get it. Go do it. I told you last night, do not worry about what people say. People are not perfect. I have sympathy for people. I don't feel sorry for people who have a lot, but don't realize their blessings. The sympathy that I have for them is you don't know what you got. You don't realize how blessed you are while you're waking up to cause disturbance in someone's life who are literally trying, and you're there just to be a nuisance. You're there just to bring someone down. I have sympathy for you because you don't know what you got. You don't know that you possess freedom. There are people locked up. There are people losing their lives, their possessions. But let me tell you about possessions. Possessions and people can rot, get old, be stolen, disappoint you. Those things happen. So when you put all of your all into something that can rot, be stolen, rust up, get broken, someone who will break your heart, lie to you, drag you. You got to let go of things. And when you do let go of those things, and that smile on your face is there will be people the enemy use to try to wipe it off your face, to try to stop your mission, invade your privacy, call you names, say anything they can to anyone who listens about you. I know from experience. So, with the experience that I have, I can hand over to you advice. I'm not perfect. I'm not A1 all the time. But I don't go around bothering people. I don't have no one to put down. The only thing I want to do is make a difference in the lives of people like me. So sometimes when I'm on pod and someone is offended, you need to check that about yourself, correct that, whatever it is. Because if I was a comedian on stage and I talked about the very same things that I'm talking about, you would laugh. And then a thought will come in your head. You know what? She funny, but she right. She right. Sometimes I have fear, not of people. I have fear I'm not doing this right. When I am tried, when someone tries me and I say something, I immediately feel like I disappointed my Heavenly Father, like I let him down. But the enemy will do that to you. He will make you want to give up. He'll try to play on your intelligence. He'll run to people and they'll be waiting to ridicule you. They'll be looking for whatever it is that person said about you to manifest in your presence. And when it doesn't, if they are a glutton for friends, if they are easily manipulated, if they're needy for company, they will follow suit with whatever is being said about you or being done to you. You don't have a problem. No, you don't. You are blessed. It's just that it's you that's blessed, and the enemy doesn't like it. One time I used to think that people that had a lot of money had no problems. That is totally an untrue thought now. People who have money, they have a lot of problems. You think that because we're just, regular people and we face these little problems that some people try to drill it in. You got a problem. Oh, look what's going on in your life. That's nothing compared to people who got a lot of money. Some of them can't fix things with all of that money. Some of them can't fix their children. They can't fix that situation. They cannot fix it. With all of that money, they still have issues. Just like you and me. They have issues. In America, we pay taxes to live here. One time we were here as cattle, Black people. We worked for free. I'm saying that because of some Black people that I have encountered, because they have this position and they're dressed up and you not, or they know something going on in your life and they're dressed up at their jobs, all dignified looking, and look down on you. They got problems. They are people. They have issues that they do not want to focus on, so they'll focus on yours. They'll put your problem on blast. You feel me? But underneath that exterior of them well dressed garbage cans that you see when you go into these places, and they're supposed to be the head of this, the leader of that, they have issues as well. And believe it or not, their issues are way more bigger than yours. Really. I heard a psychiatrist speaking once, and when she was a child, she was poor. She didn't grow up rich. But there was a young lady who she was in class with who came to school well dressed, nice dews in her hair, earrings, nice everything. But she had a problem with her, the psychiatrist, the little girl that didn't have much, the little girl who mom and dad packed their lunch, put a note in it. The girl that was fortunate had a vendetta against the poor little girl who grew up to be a world renowned psychiatrist, famous, gives out the best advice because she has experience. She has experience with being bullied, life battles, everything. And when I look at her, when she began to talk, I was thinking, wow, she looked like she's had it easy her whole life. But when she began to tell her story and her struggles, I did not see a woman that had it made. I saw a rare beauty. And that's what you are. You are a rare beauty. You don't have to be in the limelight. What you have is good enough for you. You don't need a lot of friends. You don't have to have the latest this or the latest that. What you can afford, it doesn't matter. You are rare. There are not many people like you. You struggled in your childhood. You struggle in your adulthood. But that makes you a champion because you're still standing. You are so rare until the enemy wants to capture you and put you to rest. He don't want your beauty to be out. He don't want you to speak out. And I'm not talking about what you look like. I'm talking about all the fabrics of your life that make you who you are. All the way, not half the way. You're bold. That makes you beautiful. You stand for what's right. That makes you beautiful. Your struggles, your pain, your trying times, the things that you have overcome, that makes you beautiful to me. It makes you beautiful to people like us. We're rare. We're unafraid to tell our testimony. Anybody could tell a story, liven it up, throw in some stuff. Your testimony is authored by our Almighty, and only you could tell it. So when you're being talked about, when you're being put down, that's a part of the beauty in you. Everything that someone may say and someone see you, don't be upset. Try to hold your mule. Hold your horses too. Hold them hands. Some of you are entering to this year, 2025, determined to make it through this year. You're going to do it because you're determined. The enemy has set tricks for you already. He has put up borders, snares he's laid, traps. He thinks that you'll fall for those tricks, but unexpectedly of you, unbeknownst to them, they woke up ready to mess with your 100. And guess what? You woke up ready. You woke up ready for their tricks, their games, the little thing they do. You woke up ready. No shame. You have completed the morning part of your priority list. My priority list got thrown off a little, but it still ended up right. I had to Uber my son to school. Had to do that. And the enemy was attacking me all the way there. Oh my gosh. Even when I got there, the enemy was ready. But so was I. Because I prayed, I pondered, I thought, I wondered, I called people. I called on God first. And by that confidence, then putting on the full armor, I was able to get him there, safe and sound. But on my way there, I was being attacked. I was going through the fire. I didn't get burned by the flames. I went through the river, and the water did not calm down on my head. And when I made it back to my place of restitution, that my Father has prepared for me, I thought about you. I thought about you because I know that you're chosen. And I know that something is going on with you because we're spiritually connected. I wasn't going to do it. I had said no. But my experience this morning made me think about you. So I had to do it. I could not do it. I called my brother. We talked. I called on my Heavenly Father before I got to doing my podcast. his podcast. This is all his. You're his. I'm his. You do not belong to people. You might be the focal point, their pick, their target, and that's only because they cannot look at themselves and the deceitful things that they're doing, probably to their wives and husbands, children. The character that they have placed upon your head is really them. You may not have much, but you have, and you're all right. And it don't take a lot to please you either, especially if you struggled in your childhood. Things that matter to people in the world really don't matter to you. You see, some people got to have more than enough. We good with what we got. And that terrifies our haters and our enemies because we are satisfied with what we have. If I'm walking down the street with bags of grocery and I'm dragging them and someone passes by me, giggle, laugh, throw a name at me, because I told you where I live is some twisted sisters and brothers. That won't bother me because I wasn't born in a car. I wasn't born with keys in my hand. My daddy wasn't a big oil dude. My mama she was not no rich and famous person. But in my life, she was. When she fell down, I had to take it up. When me and my brothers and my sister was little, we had to struggle to do little simple things that grown people would not be doing. We had things that wasn't like what you probably grew up with. That's for my enemies and haters. All of you people that like to put us down, you know. But I won't bore you with that. But what I will tell you, Chosen, because this podcast that our Heavenly Father put into my head the thought, because it's great. It's a wonderful thought that He put there. It's a wonderful idea that He put in my head to start a podcast dedicated to helping people with substance abuse problems, people who are trying to come home out of that storm, but they keep getting stepped on by people. They keep getting talked about, and it makes them just scurry away back into the darkness, and they keep doing it. Don't keep doing it. They're afraid of who you about to be. They are afraid that you're going to see all of that potential. That's why they pour salt on you. That's why they throw shade at you. That's why they call you things and say things. They're everywhere. And it hurts you because some of those people are your family that have talked to other people about you. One thing I have learned is that your enemy, the biggest enemy that we could have, could be our family because they know things about us. And then some things that they know about us aren't true. When these troubles come about you and that storm is trying to consume you, and trying to get into your space in your mind, you remember tricks are for kids. These tricks and unexpected hard times that the devil may throw in your path, step over that. Keep it moving. And they're talking, right? They're talking. They're talking. That's about it. But one day, I guarantee you this because I know. I know it because of history, and I know it because of experience. But just this one thing I'm yet to experience. One day, they're going to talk about us to the right people. And those people are going to need people like us. They're going to need strong people who are not afraid, who can stand before thousands of people and lead them. People who can talk to people who are in pain, who are paining, and who need some kind of solution. They need a reason to live. They need a reason to walk. They need a reason to wake up. Well, your reason is life itself. Your reason is what you want. That thing that you want so much that you are crying for. You'll get it with self determination. You'll get it. You have to ignore people. I'm telling you, you got to. Because, like I told you, you will end up in the county eating cold grits, mystery meat, and powdered eggs. You will. So you got to ignore people because people are the devil's footstool. He uses them and they don't know they're being used. He uses them to tear you down, to tear at you, to bring your past up, to tell people things about you that you used to do, that you were like. They heard that you used to be a fighter and you would jump in, but that's not you no more. You're older, you're wiser. You might look the same, but your ways have changed. You don't do the things you used to do, but you don't have to prove that to nobody. You know you, you know you. So you don't have to prove to nobody that you're a fighter or you used to be a fighter or that you tough. You know you. You know what you want. You know your heart desire. And better than that, God knows you. God knows the instigator too. He know that person that's running around or riding around just talking about you. But one day, the Lord is going to send someone and they're going to talk about you to them. They're going to ridicule you. They're going to depreciate your character. They're going to talk about you in the worst way to this person. And this person is going to have this big light go bang. That's him. That's her. She the one we need. Tell me more about this person. How did she grow up? Where did she grow? How long she been living like this? What trials and tribulations are you talking about that this fella had to face? And now we see this dude here. See, I say this, if I could get some people to secretly befriend my enemies, they would see just how bad and afraid these people are, really. They'll see how bad they talk, how they down bad me. And when people down bad you, they are simply afraid of you. They are afraid of you reaching that level of your potential that you bypass them so quick. They're afraid of that. So I say, if I can reach people and tell them, I want you go and befriend the Bush Boys, befriend the managers at these stores that I go into and see how they talk about me, what they say. See their fear in what they say, how they all say the same thing. A smart detective knows that when everybody's telling the same story, that in that story, there's a liar. A skilled one will know by your personality. They will know, not by spying on you. Because, see, I saw a documentary about how people spy on people in their homes and how they try to take what they saw in the privacy of this person's home and they'll walk by them and say some stuff that only that person would know they did in their home. Now, they were trying to target people who were strong individuals and were trying to tear people down, basically. Some people committed suicide. Some people got closer to God, which is a good thing that it didn't go the other way. You know, some people became violent towards everyone that they saw because they started to think that everyone was after them. But the thing about how these people did what they did with these cameras, that they would set in certain angles so they could see everything they did. So every move that these folks would make, they would make a noise somewhere else. And it started to bother these people. And some of them took a very, very dark turn in their life. And others, they stopped doing things that they were doing, like drug addiction. They got closer to God. Even though when they were on their journey, getting closer, doing better, these people will come hardcore. That ain't nothing but the devil. Nothing but it. Technology, anything that he could use to get at you, to get you to stop doing positive things. He'll use it. That's why you got to understand these things right now that are happening in this world, whether you are rich or poor, middle class, are spiritual battles. And you need to be equipped and know what you're going through. Because that enemy, ooh, he is busy. He busy. He breaking up families, relationships. He's stopping people from expanding their life to a better place. He's trying so hard to get as many as he can to do wrong, to mess up. He going hard, boy. He even using the police in some people cases. Some folks, they got cousins that work on the police department. They may know you are on probation. They may know something about you. They done picked at you so long and so hard until now that you're not falling for the okie doke, they got to try you even harder. They got to come at you because they want your freedom. They want your life. They want your happiness. They want your peace. And when you have an anointed on your life, an anointing on your life, when you have a deep calling, the enemy gonna use anything and anybody. That includes your children, your neighbors, supermarket people, hospital, the police. You gotta be on top of this unexpected expectancy of the enemy. You gotta be ready because they wake up every day ready for you. So you wake up and be ready for them. Declare your victory, even if it's a small one. Like just, I'm gonna take me a walk. Oh, he out there waiting. Oh, yes, he's waiting. But you're not alone. So you say, God, go with me. Please come with me. You know what's going on better than I do. You're not going to reveal to me right now what's going on, but in time you will. That's what you told Simon Peter. In time you will reveal why I'm going through what I'm going through. And once I realize it and you tell it to me, I'll be at a higher level in life where I can look back and say, oh, wow, how did I make it over? Tricks are for kids. Remember that. And declare the victory. Do not accept defeat before the battle. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Go in. Take Jesus with you. We're not perfect. Mm-mm. He know that. So don't worry about it. He knows. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He got the key to life. And when he starts to unlock the doors of those well-dressed garbage cans out there, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. This has been Denise Jenkins with another edition of PLM. People like me coming live to you, and I'm going to be with you. I'm not going to leave you. I am here for you. I'm not going to leave you. I won't. Take care. Please like, subscribe, and give me your comments. Please do that. Don't give up on your dream either. Don't do it. Keep going. One day, they're going to talk about you to someone who needs a leader for a certain project that only you could do. Peace out.